Alright. Alright. Recap for those. Sadness happened. Lamati's, nursemaid died. But everybody here seems to have forgotten. So now we're gonna ask why everybody here seems to have forgotten about her when they just saw her. And something about being uploaded to a cloud. And... yeah. If only my memories could have loaded to a cloud, damn. Old woman named Namika? I'm afraid I don't know that person. I'm sorry I couldn't be of help. I do recall caring for someone until recently. And you say it was a woman named Namika. Well, I can't say for certain it was her. I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just been taking it up to the cloud. You wouldn't download a car. Sorry, the anti-piracy thing just ran through my mind. What's that? Do I know a Namiki? Mika, excuse me. Never met anyone by that name, and I've worked on the outskirts for a good while now. If she spent time here, I would remember. You wouldn't download a car. Fucking would if I could. So it was the same for everyone. Not a single person remembered Namika. Nika. As if the memory of her has been purged from their minds. While such a thing might be done with magic, to alter memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We would have felt a surge of aether corresponding to the act too, and I sensed none of that moment. Neither did I, but I did notice something else. Right before Pone seemingly forgot, a light in the device in his head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone also said something about soul cells. But who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect we would only cause confusion. Indeed, if we can't readily solve the mystery about Namika, perhaps we could search for Buddy Boy's mother instead. Sphere says to try the Thunder Yards. That should be in this direction. That's an interesting floating object. Gasp! Impossible! Gasp. Impossible! Another kind of mechanical soldier? It looks dangerous. We better destroy it. I think it looks adorable. Should we give it a chase? I think it understood our words. It might be worth asking it some questions. Marinville, are you alright? It looks like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing. I'm fine. It went off in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try and track it down. Bum bum ba da dum. Nothing but birds over here. Oh, I missed a few other people over there. No sign of it over here. Burps. I do not see it. You know, I watched an interview with the voice actor for Glahatia. Apparently he was doing a show while recording lines for this. So, during the times he might sound like he has a lisp is because he really wanted to still be a part of Final Fantasy. That he'd still do lines even though his tongue got swollen from working. It's faster than it looks. Because he was still doing shows like performance shows at night. That voice, could it be? I wasn't sure if it was Broadway, like London Broadway or not, but it was night shows. I see you. You found it? It's leading me somewhere. Or leading us somewhere. To the northeast? It must be bound for the mines. Come on, then. Could well be a trap. Let's not rush in too quickly. But I long for the mines! Bad joke. The stones in these crates, could it be turquoise? I think it's safe to assume that it went to the mines. Really? An old coal mine? It appears to have long since been abandoned, like so many of other places. So it went in here? I hear faint voices coming from inside. It's not alone, but we're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready to fight, everyone. Fight, 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 fight! Yeah, I could run faster. I see shiny. Alright. It would appear no one has worked in these tunnels for quite some time. I'm not worried. We've had to improvise countless times before, after all. Same. A device made with electrode. Appears to be the only one here. This tunnel just keeps going. Well, it is mine. I can hear them ahead. Several people up ahead. I can't make out their conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay on your guard. Wow. Music. It looks like it's disappointed in us.
What is this?
Ironville!
A trap?
Kinky?
It really is you! Huh?
Who?
I just have to get a look at you in the light. And I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Elishpia!
Mother?
My darling, what now?
Mother. Mother. Mother, stop.
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Fussy little bun bun.
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
To be fair, Walk. I think his response currently, how he's looking right now, tells you about how much he knew about her being that floating thing right now.
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galul Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Ellen Espia was always so excited when I play. You remember me, I hope?
I can't say that I do. My father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
Kafkiva.
I'm sorry?
Oh, but this won't do. Come in! Friends of my Ellen Espia are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
The answer is no. Yeah, you are correct. Are we rebels? Are we rebels? Are we rebels? This feels like a rebel organization. Viva la revolution!
Starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
Down with the monarchy! The Elegans have machines that could be controlled remotely. Is she using something similar to communicate with us? I can't say I understand what's going on, but at least she is safe. Is she? At this point, I doubt anything could possibly surprise me. Hey, how about this? Hey, Kiri, are your parents in the back room there too? Huh? Huh? Sorry, it just occurred to me anything could surprise. I'm betting that could be a surprise for her. Aaronville's mother floating machine. Right, that makes just as much sense as anything else this far. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can think a few people in the world quite so spirited. But as to what's happened, we'll need to ask her. Affected by this long-faded reunion. Let's hear what she has to say. It's so wonderful to meet you all. And the students of Belson. It's been a while since I've heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, this? It's just a body I control remotely. I use it for our operations. We're members of the Resistance organization Oblivion, we call ourselves. And our goal is to thwart, Darth Jar Jar's ambitions for conquest. As the leader, it's prudent that I remained where I can't be easily found. I see whimsical appearances was notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right you are, though truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. And that is... As I expected, you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Then, does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was to stop Darth Jar Jar. But we failed to do that, and now he's taken his army outside the dome. None of you wear those strange devices on your head. Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electrope technology. And while we don't wear it, is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends the soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? You make people walk around carrying souls? Spare souls? Yeah, Dark Souls! They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life source that is lost due to sudden death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Soul is a common resource and payment for services rendered. avoidant practice of consuming others for their aether comes to mind. Similarly, I expect the act comes with some risk. That's the reason why we had the detour into the 13th. Wouldn't the conscience of others corrupt your own? That is preventable through memory management, a process which regulators also play a role. Memory management. Then the reason why everyone forgot Nika's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so should they suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. The reason being that regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It is a kindness bestowed upon the people of Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. Ah, I guessed correctly! So that is what it meant to keep their memory, meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It's a frightening function of the regulators and an integral step in the soul cells production. Cat, don't. Death. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. It's then delivered to a facility where the memories are separated from the soul. Isn't that the thing that looks like what happened with when killing people? The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. Naturally dies is the key on that one. Death is old age is a natural death. Achievement. Stop, cat, stop. So others have to die for others to have soul cells. Duh, because it's soul cells. Hello. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here. On the surface, it's similar to the giant philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. It all comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, the system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used electrope to devise a means to save what lives they could so the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that Turiel would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. People have always been free to go without them if so they wish. Sphere didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met. She's the one who suggested we come to the Thunder Yards in the first place. She also said she wants us to help us stop Jar Jar. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she has given the people of choice. Live with the risk of true death or the security of regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That's the natural order of things. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. What are we going to see exactly? Please don't unalive themselves. Come with me and you'll find out. Do I need to put the screen on? Nostalgia. That is an interesting... I have a feeling the Queen is eventually going to get rid of these people. Because she seems like the greater good kind of person when push comes to shove. Her people or our people. To alter the members of the populace with such precision is no small feat. I'm sorry, but I just can't accept the idea of using souls as a resource. I haven't played Dark Souls. How about runes? You want some runes? We'll see how the regulators work. But how? So the regulators are to blame for everyone's forgetting Namika. For forgetting what a wonderful person she was. What does she intend to show us? Everyone here? Good. It is the responsibility of Thunderyard's hunters to fell any fiends found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of these hunters. I can't help but look at that and think of Toothless without, you know, context, you know, arms. The Thunder Spirit. A glowing, radiated Toothless. What do you think this box is in this box? I'm guessing food. Judging by its name, I think this facility is for gathering lightning energy. Really? Let's get this over with. Chica will show you what life can be like wearing with a regulator. While I'm not blind to the potential benefits of these regulators, the risks inherent in giving another party the power to alter your memories cannot be overstated. Never mind the ethical considerations of using souls in such a fashion. Given the opportunity, I should very much like to study the rope on behalf of the students. Not Fox Mommy. Bunny Mommy, what are you doing here with so many friends? Apologies for interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on, I assume they're wearing special regulators like Queen's crown, but they aren't wearing anything like that. It's so too dangerous to be here without one. What if they're struck by lightning or attacked by beasts? I can assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Oh, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there's really isn't much to see. Bunny Mommy said that you're a hunter. Wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact they're weak to lightning, the Thunderyard being what it is. They've been ordered to steer Calair. Some good they are, eh? But the facilities are vital to the upkeep of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. This special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. I brought this lot to see the danger you speak of, if it's not too much trouble to ask. Ah, of course, in which it should be a shame to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You can all handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus, slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. Want to make a game of it? Damn it! Well, I mean, this is a game, but I mean... Alize, want to make a game of it? My fuzzy little bud never any good at fighting, and this body of mine isn't suited well to it either. We'll leave this to your capable hands. I'm afraid I must leave the fighting to you. Damn, I was hoping, you know, stand next to your mom and hear all the stories that I could tease you about later, but okay. Bunny bun, bun bun bun. Yeah. Bunny bun bun. More enemies have joined the fray, okay. That's so pretty. Nope. Wrong direction. Bum 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 bum. He sees you. This one will do nicely. She's a punching girl. We'll help you. It's fine, really. I think it's worse. Just watch. Don't like the looks of this. Let us help. Oh no. Look out! Nope, you're just gonna keep standing there. Preserve. She needs healing! I mean, we've already seen this with Darth Jar Jar. It even has a Phoenix Down sound. Or a res sound. That was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. Told you not to worry. This'll only take a moment. Good thing he waited around. Now we angry? Ultra Instinct. She possessed! We could keep making jokes. Just like Darth Jar Jar. Come on, let's get out of here. That's also a function of the regulator. Why are you looking at it to fuck me? Do I look like I'm intelligent enough to know much about, you know, electronics? I press buttons and hope they work. Y'all build the items. I just do what you tell me. I think I understand now how Darth Jar Jar was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa. But I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was like you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Don't tell me. You empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. I'm reminded of the serpentine soldier we encountered at the Vanguard who did the same. So you've crossed paths with one of the King's elite. Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself on souls. We could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with 2 types of souls. Those of the people and those of beasts. Souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. What about the souls of beasts? They work much in the same fashion, imbuing you with the strength of the chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral, like you saw with Strika. Using several same type at once, however, results in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your claws, nails, claws, too many, and you become more beast than man. Changing one's forms through the souls of other beings, it becomes more and more reminiscent of a void scent. Yet unlike the void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, the souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. Civilizations and their reflections are surprising indeed. Speaks of lived experiences that suggest she's far older than she appears. Considering the powers of these regulators, perhaps it's so far-fetched. I've never seen it for myself, but it's said that if a beast's soul is potent enough, a single soul is enough to induce a monstrous transformation. When Emexelk spoke of surprising civilizations and other reflections, I wonder if he had Alexandria in mind. I understand this part of their culture, but it's no less disconcerting. Having seen the beauty of the ethereal sea firsthand, I simply cannot accept what they've done here in Alexandria. While we all have our thoughts on souls, for now, let us depart. For now, the important thing is we know how powerful Darth Jar Jar has at his disposal. It's one thing to separate the corporal ether from incorporeal aether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer only Tallulah's concern. With his newfound power, Darth Jar Jar has become a real threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped no matter the cost. Ba-ba-bum-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. The worth of a soul. 350. Regulators like Darth Jar Jar give Darth Jar Jar a frightening advantage, and that's just one of the devices he's got his hands on. If we have a chance to defeat him, we have to learn all we can about the technology he has at his disposal. Concerned curiosity. Cake. I trust you've gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all, but for now, let's head back to the earth and sky. At this rate... There's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. Bum. What does Lamati want to discuss, I wonder? To think everyone has lived here for 30 years, long enough to become accustomed to this way of life. I understand the argument that we should keep an open mind, if this practice is integral to their culture, but every fiber of my being rails against it. 'Tis well that we could see firsthand how regulators are used, to draw upon the souls of fiends, shudder to imagine how powerful Darth Jar Jar could become. I'm sorry for delaying this. Some shots. Oh no, that's dangerous. Thoughts are dangerous. I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tallulah and Alexandria. Well, Darth Jar Jar knows everything about us. We hardly know anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower, Everkeep. So, I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with, Mommy Bunny and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, and I know we shouldn't be too quick to trust, but the fact remains they share our desire to stop, Sphere 2 claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It's simple, really. Their leader is Heronville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sphere may feel, she's the ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk of working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. A fair point. And knowing Darth Jar Jar, we must assume that his arrangement with the Sphene is not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on, there's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind that machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tallulah. As you say, we had no proof that it really is your mother. But I have a proposal. Make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Darth Jar Jar for good and all. And what's more, I trust you, Erenville. You've always had great instincts, honed for your time from training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if the sentiment is clouding my judgment? I trust you as well. That's always the way of it with you. Fine, if you're set on this, then I'll have say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Good, we made sure that nobody else was listening into this conversation. Embracing Oblivion! Before we were defeating, stopping the bird from Oblivion, creating Oblivion. Now we're embracing it. Woo! I love this. Sounds like a gramophone that's kind of off-kilter to some degree. Well, I'm all for dealing with Darth Jar Jar. We need to consider how our actions may affect ordinary Alexandrians. They're not the enemy, after all. I agree with Waku Lamont. The gamble, regardless of whether or not we choose to work with the people here, and more knowledge is better than less. You understand how regulators work now, I trust. It's one of the things that's best seen in action. Well, life can be very dangerous out there. You take care of if you don't wear a regulator. Oh, hello again. The vow of resolve is possessed of conviction and flexibility both. If tales are true, she's learned much in the course of the rite of succession. With the resources at their disposal, I'm hopeful that Buddy Mommy and her people will make great allies. I am accustomed to seeing her make decisions like a ruler, better than her former vacillating self, though. Bunny Mommy! There's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Darth Jar Jar. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Darth Jar Jar. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize that this is sudden, that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal, so fight with me. I beg you. As you say, our goals are aligned, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to make decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you. My fushy little bud. He's all the reason I need. Then it's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Fushy little bug boy. Thank you, Bunny Mommy. Everyone, together we'll achieve great things. I'm sure of it. And then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about how Darth Jar Jar whereabouts. Where in the palace is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides at the uppermost layer, but while the queen sphere has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the queen. Even if we don't know about his whereabouts, Darth Jar Jar will eventually march on Tallulah again, and that's where we can go after him. The drawback is that we have to wait for the invasion to happen, and his sense would be put in harm's way. There's also a possibility he'd leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tallulah. After waiting 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, and now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me or Kohona, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants to duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant. Then he won't let his minion deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of our presence here. That I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm. But if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we will make no move to attack him. Show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Kohana instead. He'll attack Tallulah like he said he would. I see. If you believe this best approach, we have no objections. Any campaign against Tallulah will requires that Darth Jar Jar lead his forces to a vanguard. We'll have lookouts to keep an eye on it day and night. Since the strategy is certainly viable, if we proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I've already in regular contact with Y'shtola. When? Should have told me when we got in here. Not that I want to, you know, break up y'all's private times, but can I join in y'all's private times? We'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave the vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. It seems we have a plan! We'll wait for Darth Jar Jar to move. You'll do well to prepare for battle. It begins with the familiarization of yourselves with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Solution 9? Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. Ah, about that. Sphere says she'd make it so we could enter without issue. Did she? Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Then perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the entrance of the tower. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when we're working together. The intelligence that Bunny Mommy and her people possess will be very useful to our efforts. If this isn't their main headquarters, I can't imagine what the place is actually like. It's hearing my mother's voice come out of that peculiar machine. Surprised it doesn't have more of bunny ear looking things, but I guess that was kind of to hide the reveal. Between making new friends and entering the tower, I can't help but feel a little excited. Is it just me, or are Aaronville and his mother completely opposites in personality? I mean... While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I am Geode, leader of this hideout. The dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and... Waya. I'm Nostalgia! It's pleased to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been in Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and positioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Waya is a Tanawana name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right, our mother is Tululan, and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both our cultures. They're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me. I mean, genes. So what's made you decide to join Oblivion? We want to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to the hope he would be released. But when months went by and no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We had already lost memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those memories of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now. Everyone who had known him. That bastard! Even now, even here, thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of the Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to darken the mood. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. I mean, yes, obviously. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. Yeah, you're twins. Well, mine is, Thulan name. I haven't the faintest idea of how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go out and see it with my own eyes. Our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone's so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet the others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them... The back rooms! Oh my god! Okay, sorry. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts and all. I mean, the Scions are a little eccentric, but we have good hearts. Ah. Buddy boy, one last thing. This isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out your mother. She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her. If only we could see him blush. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Did you just red flag her? Well, we'll let you go now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. I feel like you just red flagged her, and now I don't like you as much. Meanwhile, in Everkeep...
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont.
I mean...
No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
For now.
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo?
No, I've been angsting over this for 30 fucking years.
What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family.
Bitch.
The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing.
Oh, shame on you. Oh, wah.
Him is my only recourse.
Is it?
Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
Well, it wasn't just the two of them. It was all of us.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember,
Mom and Dad are
I
fighting.
can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason.
Think they fucked.
Wook Lamont, if you are father's worthy successor,
If they're
then
king
you
and
will
queen.
find your way to me.
had a child somehow.
But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
What now?
Ah. I'll help her if she mentioned anything embarrassing. She probably has by the sound of it. By the way, you'll watch yourself around the mechanical soldiers roaming outside. They're malfunctioning. You may attack unprovoked. My sister's something of an introvert, so I take it upon myself to watch over her. By the same token, though, she's extremely cautious and observant. That makes her great at reconnaissance. They say the sky outside the barrier is truly beautiful. I'd love to see it one day. Takes no small amount of courage to oppose Darth Jar Jar and his army. The members of Oblivion must be driven indeed. The twins remind me of Alphino and myself. Similar, yet so very different. We could chat sometime. Trade twin tales. At long last, we are entering the tower. Not that I'm excited or anything. Not unduly. Graha, sweetie. Right. Bunny Mommy is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Kind of not an undying memory if everybody can't recall that memory when needed about somebody. Just my opinion on the matter. Ah, there you are. If Queen Sphere is registered to discuss, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of minions to deal with. I mean, I can run pretty goddamn fast. Nothing for it but to see if... Well, she said she'd come and tell us when it was ready. Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass if you'd be so kind. Outrunner guide unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome guests of Queen Spleen. Spleen! Sphere. Spleen. What a relief. Damn, no violence. There you have it. Seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. Aaronville narration. Welcome to Mall of America.
Everkeep.
Yep, there it is.
Tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
I mean, they're alive. Residents live in it. Excuse us while we look like we're LARPing here.
Spectacular, isn't it?
I mean, it's something.
There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Oh.
Perfectly natural reaction.
Hmm.
A city of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed the light back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore?
Sure.
I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoologist Dominion, do you not?
You had me explore.
I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But
Okay, that's exactly where I'm going.
You act like you belong.
All right
Act like
then.
everyone.
We'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Oh, you're nerding out like I am. Cool!
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
I'm not bouncing in space in my place right now.
Come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
It's larger on the inside.
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her.
Is Mommy Bunny gonna set me up with her
You
son?
must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Oh, he's gonna go straight for it.
Wait, what? You did? Elena, why didn't you mention this sooner?
Because he's kind of angry with you right now.
You want to explore together?
Of course, sweetie!
It's not that I'm scared or anything. everything is just so different from home is all.
Headpats, it's okay, hon. Llama T's absolutely my younger sister, and I'm gonna protect her. Inside the tower, towers inside towers. Can't see it, but can't believe it. For now, I'd say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Unless it's like, you know, one of those labyrinths that decides to, you know, disappear. Ever think of that? Yep, Llama T has reached the point of being my little sister, and I will torture her however I want. I mean... Lay node 9. Good thing nobody here is afraid of heights. Stare. Crossroads already? This place is too much. I have no idea where we should go. Right, I made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. I seem taller. Why am I looking like that?
Ah! There you are! Lamati!
Sphin!
Spleen!
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Of course you do.
Oh, a request, you say?
Yes, an important one.
Let's talk about it in public. Or not. Is it going to be sort of public? Still sort of public.
I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
Then get rid of the risk.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zeralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this, then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can.
Hmm.
It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But, unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one.
Coming from you, that is, I don't know what to make of that.
Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihyolal. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
Never fear. I'll be there alongside her.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
Yes.
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around?
I mean, didn't you do that outside the place?
Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me.
Yeah, you might have picked a better, you know, consort.
Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
Wouldn't Grahatia want to be around to ask questions on this kind of thing?
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour. I promise.
Oh, good. I'll go to sleep over here. With Spleen as our guide, we didn't fear getting lost. But I get lost anyways, so I mean, I don't know why you're saying we shouldn't fear, because I am always lost. Nexus Arcade. Okay. Ready to take you on a tour of Solution 9. Order 66. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say I'm really grateful. This place is vast, so vast and confusing I can't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call aetherites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Then, on seeing it is right here, I will show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, cat. I pet you. You were looking cute. And there's a Moogle here too. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food to daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most anything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, you observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. I shall be your tour today. Amazing! How did you get to the upper levels? I don't see any stairs. You see the glowing patterns over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Elevator. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. That would spare us some walking. They're also made from strange metal. What's it? Yes, the conveyors are also powered by electrical rope. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electrope can be used to convert lightning energy into those of other elements. In doing so, we can achieve various effects. For instance, the conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. The conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups to keep your drink warm. You know, Greta Hatia might want to listen to this. Can you make a drink cold if you convert it to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it's possible to alter one's appearance. It's a glamour. It's almost scary what you can do with the electrope. If such a wondrous material existed in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. This shop over here, what does it sell? Yeah, let's take a look. Oh god, it's tombstones, isn't it? I dare say you'll find it interesting. It's tombstones. Elegant tombstones somehow made it over here too! You know. Somehow. Oh god. You know, I read that as gangster for a second, but it isn't. What's all this? The shop sells food. Those are items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, let's take a sample. Is this, like, frozen food? Welcome, friends. How lucky you are for Miss Majesty to treat you. 5 items on display are most popular. I'd recommend them if this is your first time. Yeah, it's frozen. Or, packaged. Fruit pellets. They're best approximation of taste, the texture of Ew! Never tried the real fruits, so I really can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. Reviving tonic. Take it you're thirsty. Sweet and salty. It stays fresh over 10 years thanks to the special container. Oh god. What if I say no to all of them? All of them. You know what a perfect meal bar are you? Its nutrients do body needs packed in a single The flavor is formulated to never taste dull. One bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. Oh good, the Charlian people will have a field day with that. Salad paste. Design is concerned about their figure. With blends of 9 varieties of... Ash in the bottle. Swear by it and youths can't get enough of this stuff either. Save me. Cultivated steak! It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but slightly more affordable. O's gold label, the delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. Fine. Least offensive thing there. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm gonna have to go with the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers. I'd love to see your reactions. Oh no. A great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Ishnai. Let's dig in. And then I died. Alright, here I go! So you set your selection. See, I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like warwick. And the spices give just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Don't mind then. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. How about you? It's interesting. It's always such a pleasure, but thanks for humoring me. It does take me back, though it was chaotic when the people of Tallulah first arrived. We endeavored to learn about one another and embrace their differences. Alright, what about you, Spleen? Are you gonna try something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now, thank you. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better? Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experience has led me to believe the same. My favorite food? You know, it's always on, you know, dating things. Games and stuff, asking the favorite food, you know. Also like Stardew Valley, so. It's such a difficult question? Sorry, it's just... When I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you don't need to laugh about it. Is that a baby? Is that her baby? Did they really fuck? Stupid question. My favorite food? That's a question I might never be able to answer. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next, I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in the part so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation, to be precise, and I believe it'll be educational for you as well. Would you two mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you've seen enough, and we'll make our way. That's the residential thing. I wasn't sure if, what kind of homes they have here? Southwest walk. I'd glad to tell you about any place of interest we walk upon. Accompany you. Leave your quest companions. Leaving a different area. Blah 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 blah. Ba-bum-bum. Fuck. It was so good. I'll have to get everyone at home to try it. This is Mosaic Cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see. In Tallulah, there's a similar establishment called that's seashell in local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continents, the races are named for stones. There's the hewn, which resembles some of the Tawan, the tall and graceful Idites, and the diminutive, fefidable Malala. Well, they all gather here. They appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder choose the name of the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? Traditional dish and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Definitely. Yes. We'll make it happen once we restored peace to Tallulah. Right, let's continue on. There's a... Yep, there's the shirt. And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive. Each one bigger than a palace. They have to be just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder... Here to visit some people. Their apartment is the building to the left here. Resident radius 9-14. Residential radius? That's right, come. The doors open automatically. Bum, bum, bum. About the lobby. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see. And what does this machine there do? It's a concierge. Look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they'll be glad to assist. Said so. I've got no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Hey, Sphene, can anyone live in this place? Naturally. In fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation, or regulator usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work out in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. The other place, the mother and son live here. No knocking or anything. Hello, Isdora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that alright? Of course. Friends of the Queens are friends of ours. Please make yourselves at home. How has Milos been? Milos? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness. a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. Paralyzed. He cannot speak. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing. Even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Spleen visits often, does she? She does. Milo simply adores her. He simply even manages to smile when she's here. What have you yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? Why don't we try and get Grat Hatia or somebody in here? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understand? Is there nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. Get Alizé on it, now that I think about it. Get Alizé on it! The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence that the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? The two people with cat ears in here didn't hear her, apparently. I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make a proper visit next time, with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Mad. Just see, if it weren't for you, Milos and I still wouldn't be here. Thank you, Queen Sphere. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy for your mother and for me. To think that there's such an illness, I mean, does that sound familiar? Thanks for accompanying me on this visit. The illness is part of life in Alexandria. So, this might be the, I guess, reflection that has more electricity on the side of things. The illness is part of life in Alexandria, and I thought you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Milo smile again. I mean, Alizé does good work on that set. To think they had such a problem. Having recomposed yourselves, Bleed is ready to continue the tour. Let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you'd like. No, I do this because I want to, so please do not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities. A place called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by the way of Lane Note 9, where the Aetherite is situated. Shall we teleport back? No, I could be a really lazy asshole. Yep. I'll say, I could be a really lazy asshole. Think about it for a second. Yep, gotta happen. Probably gonna stop the stream soon, but not yet. Don't even use that now. Well, we're gonna have to use it eventually. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the government sector, where Resolution is located. The markings on the conveyor indicate its direction, and there's a pair like this on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Ishnai. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running district and provide essential services to citizens such as welfare support and shop introductions. The quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
What's this?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
A bit.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing.
A little bit.
Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
With knowledge comes appreciation.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while.
Oh? And will you be interrupted halfway through this?
In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world.
Well, I made that assumption. Okay, cool.
According to ancient records that date back
Nice
around 8
Alexandria
centuries,
music.
the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation. Electro.
Drugs. Oh. That.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed Electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking Electrope from others.
Oh, who'd have thunk?
Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until Electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had.
Escalation of war. Anyways, why are we having this conversation here exactly?
This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblum, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction.
Lindblum, okay.
They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Sounds awfully like a numble calamity.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime.
I mean, we can do it right now, or I can go get somebody who's smarter than me, like Grahati or any of the other Scions.
To continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel specter of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope.
Find a new job for him.
I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy.
Dude,
out
that's
there,
just
somewhere,
words.
is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
That sounds so condescending. Why uplifting music with that?
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we?
I guess this is... someone who's
Right.
disabled.
I believe we
it
visited
just...
all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
This is what it
That
felt like to
man
me.
from before. Does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
Oh?
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
And things will be stopped before he can. I mean, she can.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, we could meet outside the dome for you to tell us, her or
Thanks
whatever.
so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Aralja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much.
Stare. Stare in knowing.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path.
I mean, you could wait till a different time to tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me!
Forgive me, Val Wuklamart, but I must disappoint you.
What was Spleen wanting to tell us, I wonder? Well, it can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now, and should probably go to Bunny Mama's meeting point. We'll be back the way we came, I think. We'll finish our talking with Bunny Mama, and then we'll probably end it after that. Bunny Mama. Cubes. Spleen genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've become better to understand the lives of the Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. District, ready to head to the meeting point. Consider the place called True View in the eastern section. This clear. Let's take us there. You know, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, Ishnai. Scales of blue. Oh, the view of blue? This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, might as well explore a bit more. Huh? Ishnai, look over there. It's... Momoja child. What are they doing? Baby Yoda's running away! That's totally the child of the Queen and King. Notice it too. The resemblance to Darth Jar Jar. The skills of a Bawana and the features of a... This can't be coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child wandering around on their own. Come on, let's go after them. How'd you fuck that? I mean, that cutscene earlier, the size difference! I guess the same way that, like, you know, you have dogs that are, like, totally two different sizes. I think they ran this way. If that doesn't look like a graphics card. So this is True View. Not sure what I'm looking at, but it looks lively. That's buildings, I guess, the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I'm guessing? Child came back. Ah! Ah! I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. A bit odd, don't you think? They ran off when we approached, only to suddenly reappear. Could it be they want to take us somewhere? Lassie, where are we going? Timmy fell down a well? Is that what you want? You want us to follow you? So it is. Alright, lead the way. Let's see where it takes us. Choose a park. Company with scared child living and moving towards it. Make a way. Falling behind. I guess I won't do the... Lead us in the back alleyway. Melancholy? This is where you wanted to bring us? CD back room thing. What is this place? If you meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. Child. Hey, what's your name? Not asking the right questions. So if you're still not inclined to talk, he'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. Of course he's comfortable with the bunny girl. You know him? After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. We'll prepare one without liquor for the boy too. Sure, let's get drugged. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named, Bunny Mama. But we ran into the child on the way, and he led us here. Ah, so you're with Bunny Mama. In that case, go and have a chat with Big Tasso over there. He'll show you to a fun place. Oh? What about him? I don't think he's in a mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. This is taking a turn for the strange, but you don't think we're walked into a trap, will you? Damned if this has suspicious written all over it. While you're doing that, I'm actually gonna... Ooh. ... Gently pat the blue scare. Yep, sorry. Had to. If you like a drink after all, let me know. Well, let me go far enough to unlock. Team Eager, what about your friend there? What's this fun place meant to be? Is Bunny Mama there? Well, I suppose there's only a way to find out. Well, let's talk to the Sophia. There is normally off limits, but Bunny Mama told us it's about you. Follow this corridor, it has a room at the end. Let's go, Ishnai. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised. I beg to differ. I'm quite sure we will find... Gives you teeth. Spinach? Though that gives you hair in your chest.
Wonderful. They're here.
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Win!
Amazing.
Shirtless. I mean...
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
Okay.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
A bit.
Our members
At least
here
it's not the
are
Waking Sands.
pioneers and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electrope. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives.
That's somebody who's read too many Dark Noir.
Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends
Geralt?
an overview
Geralt?
of your duties.
Gnault? Really? In
Well,
every...
there's provisioning. Gotta have
In
supplies
every
to fight the good fight,
reflection.
ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Of course, Geralt's the one without shirt on.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology.
Okay.
From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here.
Yeah, we
It'd
should
be
get
no
Sid involved in
exaggeration to
this.
say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point.
Are the cuties parents?
That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
Is that the
While
reason
not
why that
entirely
shell lady looked at her
unexpected,
ear
Given
ring?
what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Come on, cutie spirits, come on! Let her have a
Do you
reunion.
know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order.
We're dead?
It's believed that they were Malala.
Belafell.
Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
Yeah.
My parents. The founders of Oblivion.
See, Kitty? You're important.
Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves.
And they also have that ability, you know, with the regulator things.
I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
A bit.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
I don't know, saving kids with the lightning aspect problems?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
3D printing over there.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Do you need drinks?
Bugging it up again!
That music. Da 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 da.
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
Damn! Leave me to the sharks, why don't you? Yamatse? Place was originally designed by a preservation engineer, that's why it's wall-to-wall contraptions. When I go on the attack, do you think I'm pushing forward too quickly? Talking a little. Try and keep closer to the rest of us so you don't get surrounded. Feel for you. Well, Janot is a brilliant adapter. He's stuck full on volume. All I can do is put up the clamor. By and by, you didn't know him before, did you? Don't see how you could, but for the moment you're looking at him like you'd seen a ghost. I've seen 2 of them. Shayla's already extracted the data from the earring. A long last a clue. My apologies, but I'll remain here to review the information. Seldom does one see Kiri so openly impassioned. As her comrade, I'll do my best to support her. Better you than me. Bitch, you leave it to the sharks? Yeah, that's a good ending part. There you go. Alright, y'all. This is just like Ciarfox. I hope you have a good day or night whenever it is, wherever it is you currently are. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just purely head off.